Hi there, welcome back to the Kellner Chronicles, episode 24, Christmas fun in the Philippines. Interesting one because it's for the season. I'm not a big religious guy, as people know from my other videos. I'm not particularly religious at all. In fact, I'm pretty much an atheist. But if you want to know why, stick around and I'll tell you more. See you in a minute. Hi guys, welcome back to episode 24, Christmas fun in the Philippines. Okay, just to start the video, I'd like to thank any new subscribers we've had. All you viewers out there who haven't subscribed, please do. Don't let me send Santa down with his machete to come and take you out. So please subscribe. Just joking. Okay, today's topic is Christmas. As I said earlier in the intro, I'm not a religious person. Why Christmas? Because Christmas has other meaning for me. Me, myself, though an atheist, I do believe in the season that is Christmas, but not in the religious side. A lot of Filipinos are very religious, and that's why I'm doing this video today. Okay, my wife herself is a born-again Christian, and therefore Christmas is very big for her. So if it's big for her, it's big for me. For me, Christmas represents family, friends, getting together, putting the past behind you, starting anew, all that good stuff. Okay? And I don't see Christmas as a religious festival. However, on the other side, this video isn't about me. It's about the Filipino people. As you know from my previous videos, I am a huge fan of the Filipinos. I absolutely love their characters. I love the people themselves, and I adore the country. And some of their traits are really, really cool, especially Christmas. In the past, I've taken down expats, or as I like to call them, expats, for their continuous ignorance towards the Filipino people. Now, I'm not talking about the good expats out there, the ones that spend their time with Filipinos, the ones that are married to Filipinos or Filipinas, the ones that are literally in love with the country like I am. Okay, this doesn't go about them. There's a lot of really good expats there who blend in big time. A lot of these guys I'm quite close to. And they respect the culture, the country, the people. And they know that as a guest in that country, you know, the least you could do is be nice. These expats will take down the Filipinos, belittle their culture and their ways, especially things like Christmas. Christmas is the biggest season of the year for the Filipinos, okay? If you had spring, summer, autumn/fall, and winter, I would say the Filipinos have spring, or should I say summer, and then Christmas, okay? That's a little play on how I see the Philippines and their seasons. Why Christmas is a whole season? Because the Filipinos' Christmas starts in September and goes all the way until January. So it's like a whole season. Okay, you might as well put the weather to one side and say, okay, summer, Christmas. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Why like that? Well, it very rarely, if ever, gets cold in the Philippines, apart from the occasional bit of wind and rain and the occasional typhoon. Not trying to minimize the damage a typhoon can do. It can do a hell of a lot of damage, but that's not what it's about. The Filipinos love Christmas. They can't wait for it to start. From the start of September, you will hear Christmas music. You will hear carols and all sorts playing everywhere, and you can't get away from it. And my favorite part is when the children and teenagers and even grown-ups will come to the gates of the house or to anybody's house, and they will start caroling for a few pesos, okay? And we've had some amazing ones over the years. You get some really, really professional singers come with their guitars and their musical instruments, and they will give some beautiful renditions, even choirs. We've had choirs around the house. However, you also get the little kids, the cutest things ever. And they'll come with their little made-up drums and their made-up instruments, and they will sing the usual songs, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, and you name it. And it's one of the nicest and sweetest experiences you're ever going to have. But as I said earlier, the Filipinos take Christmas seriously. Okay, not just the religious side, but the actual season. There will be Christmas galores. They will deck their houses out with decorations. They will do their very best to make the best Christmas, even with the least amounts of money. They endeavor to have food galore. And this is why I mentioned about expats, bad expats before. What I mean by food galore is I've heard comments from other expats which really bored my blood about how Filipinos parties are always the same and that they always make the same food and they always just eat and get drunk and dance and karaoke and that's it. That's not true. That's just a very weak and jackass way of looking at the Filipino culture and Christmas. The same could be said for a British Christmas or American Christmas. You know, your turkey, your pumpkin pie, your Christmas pudding, sitting in front of the television, the goggle box as it's called, sitting there and just wasted because you've either overeaten or overdrank and you fall asleep on the couch whilst the kids play with their new toys. We could look at it that way. However, I don't agree with these comments and I will tell you why. In the Philippines, the Christmases I've spent there and with Filipinos outside of the Philippines has been amazing. They will do anything, no matter where they are in the world, to make Christmas a big Pinoy event. And it is awesome. They will go out of their way to have the best Christmas ever. For them, it's not a competition. It's for trying hard to enjoy that moment. Yes, they have their roast pig, their lechon. They'll have their pork and beans and their chicken this and the pork that. And being that chicken and pork are the two main staple meats in the Philippines, that's normal. Loads of rice, loads of vegetables, gulay and all the good stuff with it. And they'll have their desserts. Yes, it's true. They have very similar foods for other fiestas and other parties. But that's no reason to belittle it. Remember, the culture is different. And I always love Christmas there. I missed this year. We were supposed to go. But it didn't happen. We all know why. Still hurts to this day. We're now in between Christmas and New Year's. I finally got around to doing this video. And I think it's important to understand that if you do go to Christmas, if you do go to the Philippines in Christmas and you're going to spend time there, don't do like these expats do and have your Christmas day in McDonald's. Because they're always in McDonald's. It never changes. It's always McDonald's. Sorry, gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. Expats. Simple fact being that if you're in the country, do what the country people are doing. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I would make a small suggestion to any of you. If you are lucky enough, next year, 2021, and this magic silver bullet of a vaccine works for everyone, and you happen to be in country, and a Filipino friend that you've made invites you to their house for Christmas dinner, here's my advice. Go. Enjoy. You will have an amazing time. They will treat you like family there. They will look after you. They will feed you. And the only thing you would have to do, out of respect, if you choose to, what I would do is I would pay for the lechon. It could cost you 7,000 pesos, or even 5,000, depends on the size, which is what, $150, maybe £100, maybe less. And it sounds a lot, but when you compare to what you would pay for food and drink and everything in your own country, it's still much cheaper. Or pay for the beer, or whatever you want to do, or even just buy a load of toys for kids that are going to be in that area. Anything to put your part in for Christmas. I guarantee you won't regret it. You will have the time of your life. One of the other things that they do at their parties, which my wife is an expert on, I give her a credit, and that's party games where everybody gets involved, young and old alike. Okay, they will create party games. In our last Christmas in the Philippines, we had the greasy bamboo pole game, where my wife would put money at the top of the pole. The pole was raised to quite a height, and this is a thick bamboo pole. The pole had been greased up, so it's difficult to climb up it. Now, most Filipinos, youths, can climb a coconut tree in seconds. And like I said to my brother-in-law the last time he offered for me to go up a tree, I said, what do you want to land first, the coconut or me? Yeah, that's an interesting one. Imagine the thud I'd make him, the hole in the ground. Obviously, he saw the funny side of this and laughed his ass off, climbed up the tree in record time, and sent down a load of coconuts. And it's one of the most amazing things you'll see. These guys are very nimble and agile, guys and girls. And during our party, which I believe there are some photographs on my Facebook page of it, you saw these kids and even some adults trying to climb the greasy pole to get the money, which was 1,000 pesos, which is, a substantial amount. Little to us, but a substantial amount to them. And, it was hilarious. They tried everything. They even made pyramids of themselves, one on top of the other, trying to grab that money. And the person that managed it in the end was my nephew, Rio, short for Glorio. After a great amount of effort and several dozen times of trying, he finally managed to get up the pole. Smart bugger took his t-shirt off, started rubbing the pole as he climbed away, so he got the oil and the grease off the pole, or at least the majority of it, enabling him to get enough grip to get to the top. Only to find out that when he got the money and he came back down, I had turned round and wound him up and said, if you'd have climbed the tree beside it, used your t-shirt to pull the pole across, you'd have got the money quicker. His face went white. So there you go. Wasn't against the rules. But I mean, that's just part of the fun that we had. I had never had so much fun in my life. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had great Christmas parties here, there, and everywhere. But one of the most memorable ones for me, if they weren't with my beloved mother who's passed away a long time ago, were the ones at the Philippines, and have been. So yeah, I'm hoping that this video reaches you at a good time so you can turn around and say, wow, that's one of the things I've got to try. And I would advise you to. It's something that's going to drive you crazy with enjoyment. The food's amazing. The drink's amazing. The camaraderie and the family feeling there is amazing. You will have a blast. And like I say, you'll be treated like family. It doesn't matter if you're a Gano or not. In Christmas time, the Filipinos treat everyone the same. You're not going to get knocked down. And the more you involve it yourself, the more they will enjoy it. So if you try to climb that greasy pole, yeah, you are going to be respected and thought very highly of. But if you just stand there and watch it all happen, you can do that. They're not going to look down on you, but they would think more of you if you tried. I mean, I try. Yeah. greasy pole, me, and a thud. And 1,000 pesos would never be in my pocket. I have to do the other way and climb the tree. But yeah, okay. That is Christmas there. Even New Year's. Bridging Christmas to New Year's. A little tip on New Year's is I went the last Christmas we were there and I filled the truck with fireworks. They have some great fireworks there. And me being the pyrotechnic nut that I am, I had to buy a load. And I thought I was bad. I filled the back of the truck with rockets and starbursters and bangers and firecrackers and you name it. If it went boom, I tried to buy it. Just for my wife to outdo me. She'd gone to one end of the firework purchasing field and I had gone to the other. So I'm with my oldest son, Christian, and we're buying rockets and all sorts of crap. Left, right, and center. We're trying not to go over the top. We're trying to get the best, for the term, excuse the pun, bang for the buck. We filled up the truck and we came back and there was my wife with this big, massive grin on the face. She had bought the biggest rocket launching cruise missile / whatever firework I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this thing was huge. It stood about 5 foot high. I'm only 5'7" and a peanut. This thing was over 5 foot high, huge and round. And when that thing went off, when we finally fired that off on New Year's night, wow. I love the Philippines, seriously. If you love fireworks and you love to have fun, that's the best place to be. We bought a lot of bottle rockets and the children there, the local children would come around the house and I'd let them fire off a bottle rocket. They didn't have any, we were the only ones with fireworks in the area. And we were literally engulfed in locals coming around to see the fireworks, which was a wonderful feeling. They all had fun. So I lined up the kids and I got them. I said, look, one at a time, you're each going to fire off a rocket. And we bought loads of bottle rockets and they were dirt cheap. And the kids had fun. It's just a bit of fun. And my wife was desperate to go this year, and because of COVID and lack of travel, it never happened. We didn't want to be locked down again. It would have just messed us up. And though we severely missed the Philippines, we're just going to have to wait. New outbreaks going here, there, and everywhere. Nobody's sure about the vaccine yet. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I certainly don't know with mine or my wife's medical conditions what would happen to us if we took it. So, you know, we're just waiting. Same as you guys. See what comes up. Okay, that's enough of that. It's just a little hint as to why one of the reasons I love the Philippines is their Christmas. Once again, I'm an atheist. I don't follow religious events. I respect them. I will go with my wife to accompany her, but that's her thing. I won't exactly participate, pray or worship or anything like that. That is not for me. But I have respect for those that do. Okay, on another note, tomorrow, which would be I believe, hang on, what day is today? Right.
You suck!
Basically, just the day after this video goes out, which will be goes out tonight, we will have our excuse the term, sorry about that, I got distracted a minute. Okay, I'm going to do a live stream. I haven't done one for a few weeks now. Try to stay in touch with all my subscribers if they want to come on. The times for this will be posted on the channel at some point tonight for you to get to grips with if you wish to join me. Okay, some of you might be working. Some of you might have other things. I want to try to do it as early as possible. Perhaps either 11 o'clock Central European time, or it will be no later than 1 p.m. Central European time, which would relate to 5 p.m. Filipino time or 8 p.m. Filipino time. 6 p.m. Filipino time, that's right, sorry, I apologize. 6 p.m. Filipino time or 8 p.m. Filipino time. Yeah, sorry about that, trying to do the math. And for the US, the only thing I would know is that I think we are 7 or 8 hours ahead of you guys, so it'll be in the wee hours of the morning. Sorry about that, guys. I've got to work with what hours I've got. I've got Filipino. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought there. Filipino subscribers as well as Western subscribers to think about. Not my best video. I've been buggering up since I started. You'll have to excuse me. A lot of things going on, a lot on my mind, and I'm trying to do a lot of things right now. Back here in Gibraltar, we've had a huge increase in people catching the virus. A lot of my colleague officers have also gone down with this. So just hoping that my results so far have been clear. They should stay clear. And if that's the case, I'll be good to go. Anyway, for those of you still in the season, as we're in between both Christmas and New Year's, I wish you season's greetings, the best for the year coming. And I hope you had a great time on the 25th of December, your Christmas. And I hope that you got everything you asked for. And for those that didn't, I'm really sorry. I hope things get better for you. And I wish you all love and the best of luck. From Perry at the Kelner Chronicles, and from this channel, please like, subscribe, and share. If you haven't subscribed, I will come hunt you down. I know where you live, and I've seen where you sleep. Just kidding. Subscribe if you choose to. But it would be nice if you did. Please keep watching the videos. I'll try to give you any updates I have. And if you can, please catch hold of me on my live stream tomorrow, okay? Which is either going to be 1100 hours or perhaps 1300 hours Central European time, and the Philippine times were once before. Just adds 8 hours or 7 hours. Okay, guys, that's me, Perry. I'm out of here. See you later. Bye-bye.